Here's how to set up Bullx Neo for completely free and get instant access. I'm going to be going over all the best fees, settings, and tips and tricks so you can conquer the trenches. This is super easy to do, so let's get started. Okay, so the first step is we're going to need to get access to Bullx Neo. So I want you to go down to the description and look for the first link. And if you click on it, it'll take you instantly to the Telegram. Okay, so you can either hit start bot or open in the web, and then it should take you to the official Telegram page. Okay, so there should be a little start button right here, and if there isn't one there, just type /start, and then there should be some steps to follow through. But then once you've done it, you can hit this login button right here. That'll take you right to the official Bullx website. If it didn't automatically give you access, you can go to the description and see these two items right here. And you can copy any of them and then paste it right into the Bullx Neo bot, and it should instantly give you access then. Then just click login and it'll take you to the Bullx website. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do when you're inside Bullx Neo is you're gonna wanna find this little wallet manager on the left-hand side. Then here, make sure you copy your private keys if you haven't already and save them in a safe place. Do not give them to anybody because these are like the passwords to your wallet. So if you go to the add funds button, you can add funds to your Bullx wallet by scanning this QR code, or you can use this contact address and send them through there. Here there's a bunch of features like distribute and consolidate between multiple wallets if you have them, and you can withdraw any profits you want here. Or pro tip, you can take your private key and import it into the Phantom wallet so you can manage it through there. Alright, so now let's get started with trading. You can either use the exploring tab, which shows you all the trending big tokens right now, or you can use Neo Vision, which is what I personally use to trade, because this shows all of the new coins being created in real time, all of the coins that are about to graduate, which just means they're about to become an official meme coin, and the graduated coins, which have already graduated, of course. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add filters to each of these sections to help scan out all the fake coins. Okay, starting off with new creations, the only filter I personally use most of the time is having the market cap set to 10k minimum. This filter will just help detect which coins are getting some motion off the start. You can lower this if the market's being a little slow, but I personally like to keep it at 10k just to filter out most of the bad things. But this filter can make you miss some coins, just keep that in mind. When we come to graduated tab, this is where it gets a little bit more detailed. The filters I like to use is a maximum insider wallet supply of 40%. All of this means is pretty much there cannot be more than 40% of the held wallets being insiders. This just helps detect any coins with the rug pulls or just lots of insider trading that will dump really quickly. I also like to add a 5-minute volume of $10,000 to make sure these coins are getting motion and are pushing towards migration. As we can see here, now we have just detected a bunch of coins that look way more legit and have motion. On the graduated tab, I typically go with no filters just because most of these coins made it out of the trenches for a reason, and they're probably not scams. It's not always 100%. A lot of them do crash. For example, this one, that just definitely is a scam. I like to see all the coins that have made it out of the trenches so I can see which ones could be good. Okay. Now let's get into actually buying these coins. So if we click on any coin like Jelly Coin, you'll see the terminal where you can trade everything from. Over here, you have your trades, orders, positions, and stuff like that. And then over here is where we actually buy the coins. So you have market, limit, and DCA, which are just different types of orders, and buy and sell, of course. Okay, so now let's get into the actual fees. So we're gonna go down here and click on this little gas icon with this little slipping guy. And this is gonna bring up our order settings and fees. To start off, we're going to be using fees for around 0.1 Solana. This is great for anyone who's trading less money and doesn't care about getting in so quick. I like to use 0.000001 priority fee, which is insanely cheap, so you will not be losing much money here. Okay, moving on to slippage fee, I keep mine around 15% just because our priority fee is so low. I don't want the coin to move like crazy just because our transaction time is slow, so I'm going to keep it around 15% just so I know I'm keeping it in that range of where I want to buy it. And then for MEV protection, I have it disabled at this amount just because our slippage is relatively low and we're not trading that much, which makes it a less of a target for MEVs. So I keep it at 0 and then put my buy bribe at 0 just because we have it off. Then when we go to sell settings, I keep the exact same priority fee, so 5 zeros and then the 1. Okay, for slippage, I keep it at around 30% for the sell, because if a coin's crashing, I'm going to get out quick and not have to have my transaction fail. And then once again, I have my sell MEV protection off, just because a lot of MEVs don't go for sells either, because it doesn't really help them. This set of settings is more for somebody who's trading more money and a little bit more risky. This This could be anywhere around 1 Solana, maybe less, maybe more. It doesn't really matter, but they want to be in the trade a little bit quicker and get out with more wiggle room. So for the priority fee, I'm gonna do 0.004, which ends up being about $1. And then for buy slippage limit, I do 30% just because I might want to enter a coin quicker. Since we're trading at a higher slippage and trading with more money, I will be enabling MEV protection. For the buy bribe, I'm gonna do the same as the priority fee at 0.004. For selling, we're gonna be using the exact same setting blueprint. I think this is still a really good one for selling, and you could change the slippage if you want. Okay, for you highballers, you can raise these settings higher if you want to enter trades quicker, but for you guys, I'm gonna let you guys figure out how much you want to spend on fees depending on how much you trade. Okay, and the final thing I'm gonna show you how to do is change these little quick buy presets right here on instant trade and just regular orders to fit your needs. Okay, so you're gonna want to go down to this little settings icon down here and click on it. Then you're gonna want to hit the buy preset buttons and hit edit, and then you can either choose Tron or Solana. Typically I only trade on Solana, and then you can have up to 8 different custom buttons. I personally only use 4, and if I'm trading 0.1, these are what I like to do. I like to do a 0.1, 0.08, 0.09, 0.07. And you can change that to whatever you personally trade with, to different percents you like to sell. I personally like the 25, 50, 75, and 100, but I also like to add a 10% just if you want to do a little bit of clippings. Okay, so now you have all your settings ready to go and you guys are officially ready to start trading on your own. A couple tricks for you guys to get started is number 1, just be patient. It can take a while to find that really good coin, and do not rush it, because if you rush it, you'll just end up finding a bad coin and losing your money. If you look at the traders, make sure there's not a ton of these yellow top holder emojis. This can be a big red flag for being a rug pull or just a big pump and dump. To back up that claim, if you go to holders and you see a lot of top 10 holders, that is a bad sign. In this case, the top 10 holders aren't that high, and yes, the trades do have a lot of yellow emojis. I don't think this is a terrible coin. Okay, now that all your settings are dialed in, you're ready to go trade and start making that money. And then once again, if you need access to Bullx Neo, they're all down in the description, and make sure to share them with anybody who needs an access code. Comment down below your guys' wins. I'm happy to see them, and I'll reply to every single comment. I'm not kidding. Go test it out. I'll see you guys in the next one, and check out this video if you want to see more from me.